against drugs. And in fact, even when they had better presidents than they have right now, that's how they're making a lot of money, drugs. I used to complain about it when they had a very nice president, but he wasn't doing it. It was all talk. They are a drug manufacturing machine, Colombia, and we're not going to be part of it. So we're going to drop all money that we're giving to them. It has nothing to do with them stopping drug production. And you look at the fields are loaded up with drugs, and they refine the drugs, and they make tremendous amounts of cocaine, and they send it all over the world, and they destroy families. No, Colombia is out of control, and now they have the worst president they've ever had. He's a lunatic who's got a lot of problems, mental problems.
The scene could not be clearer. A man once elected on the promise of putting America first has transformed into something unrecognizable. An agent of chaos, a puppet to foreign autocrats, a wrecking ball for our democracy and our economy. Donald Trump isn't just failing America, he's betraying it. Let's start with the farm fields. American farmers, the backbone of our nation, are watching the White House bail out Argentina to the tune of $20 billion. $20 billion. And behind closed doors, Trump's team is already floating plans to double that, another $20 billion, to keep Argentina's far-right government afloat. $40 billion of American leverage flowing overseas while U.S. farmers are told to tighten their belts. That's not America first, that's America forgotten. Reporters ask the obvious question, Mr. President, why are you helping Argentina instead of helping American farmers? Trump snapped, Argentina is fighting for its life, young lady. Look, young lady, you don't know what you're talking about. They're dying, young lady. They're dying.
Question is, what do you have to say to U.S. farmers who feel that the deal is benefiting Argentina more than it is them, as they are
Argentina's fighting for its life, young lady. You don't know anything about it. They're fighting for their life. Nothing's benefiting Argentina. They're fighting for their life. You understand what that means? They have no money. They have no anything. They're fighting so hard to survive. If I can help them survive in a free world, I happen to like the president of Argentina. I think he's trying to do the best he can. But don't make it sound like they're doing great. They are dying. All right? They're dying.
That was his defense. Not a plan, not a policy, just condescension and chaos, while the same Midwest farmers who fed this country for generations are going bankrupt. Chuck Grassley of Iowa called it an insult to every U.S. farmer still reeling from Trump's tariffs. Soybean producers in Nebraska and Illinois are furious because Argentina, now flush with U.S. aid, is undercutting their exports to China.
President, on soybeans, are you confident that you'll be able to get it?
I want them to buy soybeans. One of the things I want is China's going to buy soybeans. I want China to stop with the fentanyl. Very, normal things. I don't want them to play the rare earth game with us.
But you want them to. But do you think they will make a deal on soybeans?
I do believe, yeah, because otherwise I'm not going to make a deal. No, I want them to buy. Our farmers have been boycotted by China as a negotiating point. I don't want that. Our farmers are great, and in particular our soybean farmers, and I want them to start buying soybeans at least in the amount that they were buying before. And I believe they'll be able to do that.
We are literally bankrolling our competitors, and this man calls it leadership. Before we go further, before this story descends any deeper into the madness, it's time to say who we are. We are the Pushback Network. We exist because truth itself is under siege, because democracy doesn't defend itself, because silence is surrender. Every time they lie, we speak. Every time they attack, we rise. Every time power forgets its limits, we remind it who it serves. This isn't just media, it's a movement, a living resistance built by ordinary Americans who still believe that justice, truth, and accountability matter. If you hear this and you feel that same fire, that anger born of love of country, then join us. Subscribe, share, stand with us. Because the louder we get, the less they can lie. The stronger we stand, the less they can steal. The Pushback Network doesn't just report the news. We fight for the soul of this nation. Now look beyond our borders. Trump meets with Volodymyr Zelensky, ostensibly our ally, and emerges sounding like Vladimir Putin's echo. He urges Ukraine to stop at the battle lines. Give up your land. We'll talk later. Zelensky says, Mr. President, We are staying in our country, staying strong. We've been alone since the beginning. Trump cuts him off. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. And Zelensky answers, I'm not playing cards, Mr. President. I'm very serious. Trump ends it with a smirk. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks. Zelensky, in 3 days. I heard it from Putin. That's not diplomacy. That's capitulation.
Yeah, Friday, you said you had a cordial meeting with President Zelensky. During that meeting, did you tell him he needed to cede all of the Donbass region to Russia?
No, we never discussed it. We think that what they should do is just stop at the lines where they are, the battle lines. You have a battle line right now. The rest is very tough to negotiate. If you're going to say, you take this, we take that, there's so many different permutations. So what I say is they should stop right now at the battle lines. Go home, stop killing people, and be done.
What do you think should happen with the Donbass region then?
Let it be cut the way it is. It's cut up right now. I think 78% of the land is already taken by Russia. You leave it the way it is right now. They can negotiate something later on down the line. But I said cut and stop at the battle line. Go home. Stop fighting. Stop killing people.
Back home, prices are soaring. Farmers are drowning. And Trump's answer? Bail out Argentina. Import its beef.
With soybeans, and on Argentina, you're looking to do that deal with Argentina, the bail swap. So,
Beef?
are we expecting a beef
No,
deal?
I assume you're talking about beef. Yeah,
No,
to get beef prices down. The only price we have that's high is beef, and we'll get that down. And one of the things we're thinking about doing is beef from Argentina.
Undercut American workers. Pretend it fixes inflation. That's not leadership. That's surrender. And when Americans march in protest, the No Kings movement, millions declaring we are citizens, not subjects, Trump mocks them. Those people are whacked out.
What is your response to the protests?
Who are you with?
I'm with AP.
With AP?
What's your response to the protests over the weekend, the No Kings protests?
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
That's how he talks about democracy itself. So ask yourself, how can Republicans follow this wreck of a man to Hell's Gate? Because this isn't politics anymore. It's a moral collapse. Every decision, every bailout, every betrayal erodes the foundations that protect our liberty. And while American farmers go under, $40 billion buys loyalty abroad.
Mr. President, on the shutdown, do you want to see the premium tax credits extended if the Democrats vote to reopen the government?
Let me just tell you that there'll be no money given toward their crazy escalation of giving money to illegal aliens that came into the country totally illegally. I mean, they came in illegally. They want to spend 1.5 trillion with a T, trillion dollars, giving it to people that came into the country illegally. They shouldn't have come in. In fact, one of the reasons they came in was to get this money. And California is a big culprit. I mean, California, they're out of control. And we're not going to pay California all of that money that they're giving away illegally. And that's another thing. Between California and Colombia, there's not that much difference. We're not going to be making those payments.
This is our moment. The time is now to speak. The time is now to act. To reclaim America. Not as a kingdom, not as a puppet state, but as a democracy built by and for the people. And the Pushback Network is at the front line. We are the voice saying, no more. We are the movement saying, enough. We are the people saying, not on our watch. Join us. Subscribe. Share. Raise your voice. Push back against the chaos. Hold power accountable. Refuse to bow in the face of betrayal. Because when history looks back, it won't ask which side you were on. It will ask, what did you do? The future hangs by a thread. That thread is our courage, our outrage, and our refusal to surrender what's ours. Stand with us. Push back. Because America, real America, deserves better than this. Once again, stand with us. Subscribe, like, and share. Together, let's build this community. Together, let's build this resistance. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.